Have you ever had a room full of dirty clothes and rooms full of dirty clothes and floors full of dirty clothes and no one's taking the laundry to you to wash and they're sure not putting it up when it's done? Today we're going to talk about some tips for handling the household laundry. Good afternoon. My name is Lorraine Brock with Get Organized. I'm a professional organizer and owner of a company called Get Organized, where we go in your home and organize your home, business, and life. So last week on Tip Tuesday, we talked about my laundry room and some things that I do in there to keep it organized and sort of what kind of products I use, how I organize and maximize my space with those products. And one of our viewers last week had asked, do you have any ideas for getting the laundry and people to sort of do their part in handling the laundry? And I was like, what a great follow-up segment for Tip Tuesday is talking about all the laundry and how to handle it. Now, I realize that every household is completely different. And I realize that what works for me may not work for you. So I'm going to give you some general tips on how to handle the laundry. And hopefully these will help you. So number one is you need to have a place for all the dirty laundry to go. I mean, it may not be enough just to say, hey, this is the hamper. Maybe the hamper needs to be moved into a separate, more convenient area. You could have a hamper in a main hallway or a hamper in a closet or a bathroom. Don't think that it has to go someplace because it just fits there, even though it might look great. Make sure it's convenient for those people that are going to be using it, to make sure you have to have a place. Everything has to have a home, including dirty laundry. Now, secondly, I would suggest that the dirty laundry, especially for the adults, and the dry cleaning be separated. That means you have to have a bin for the dry cleaning or a bag or some place for it, just like you would with the dirty clothes. Don't mix those together. Keep them separately, especially if you have a lot of dry cleaning. Also, we still struggle with this in my household, and I have adult college kids. They're adults. I still struggle with it. Is make sure that you come up with something that is even a consequence. I know that sounds horrible when you have grown children, but when they're living in your home, I don't want wet towels. I don't want multiple wet towels. So here's sort of the dilemma. An adult gets a wet towel. We're talking more children here. Gets a wet towel, takes it to their room, dries off, gets dressed. They leave the wet towel in their room. It molds, it mildews, it gets the carpet wet or the floors wet. And then they go take a shower again or a bath, and they don't have that towel if they use it more than once, and they get another one. And all of a sudden you have like a half a dozen towels in a room that's been used one time. And if that's your thing, you use them one and done, then that's fine, but they still need to be put up somewhere. And if they're thrown in the dirty clothes while they're wet, they're going to mildew. So there needs to be a process that you teach your children, even the adult children, how to handle wet towels and wet stuff. What we are still doing to this day is if I catch a wet towel in your floor, and even if it's 1 or 5, I get $5 for each towel. Drop the mic. I'm just saying, I've scored some bucks. So I'm making it hurt, whatever that consequence is. Make it hurt enough that they'll think twice before they walk out of the room or wherever they're getting dressed and leave that towel on the floor. Now, if your towels are all the same color, this is like a segue into the towels, is maybe when you buy towels next time, don't go out and do this, of course, is have a different towel color for each person using that bathroom. I'm not talking about the master, I'm talking about more if you have kids. That way you know who actually dropped it and if they stick to their color. When the laundry's done, so this is some clean laundry here. What I would suggest, and this works really good if you have a 2-story home. If you don't have a 2-story home, it still works great if the laundry room is pretty far away from the bedrooms, is buy some kind, I'm going to dump this laundry out here, buy some kind of basket. I would prefer something that's not round or oval. This will totally work. I prefer something more rectangle. That seems to be the best thing that I would recommend. And give each person that is going to be putting things away, again, we're talking about more of the children in the home, age appropriate, and you're going to fold, or whoever folds the clothes needs to put the folded clothes in their basket. So years ago when I went and did a home, she had multiple children, and one set was twins, and they had an upstairs. She goes, how do I get all these toys and laundry back up to where it needs to be? And I said, well, let's get you some baskets, and let's put these baskets on the side of the stairs. It was right sort of in the walkway, but against the stairs, so not in the middle of the walkway, coming from the front door. When people arrived, they saw these baskets on the floor, but they were great. She could move them if she wanted to. If the kids needed to pick up, and they had, or she found something, she could throw their toys or whatever into their own basket. If she had clothes and she was folding, she would put them in there, or whoever was folding would put them in their appropriate basket. And the great thing about it is at the end of the day, they were required to take everything from their basket, or take their basket to their room and completely empty it out. It was like a nighttime routine. It was a great solution. There is a product at IKEA called Expedites. That's the old name. It's called Calyx. So the Calyx is a big cube system, 13 by 13, and you can get these cube systems anywhere. I like the value and the quality of IKEA's best. They have these large cubbies that you can put maybe in a laundry room if you have a wall, or outside of a laundry room. And we've had clients actually use those cubbies to put folded clothes in, and the kids come and get their clothes in their cubby and take them. The key is you've got to walk through this with the family, including hubby, or for those guys that are watching, even your wife. You've got to walk through the process. It's not enough just to say, put your dirty clothes here. You've got to walk through the process of when whoever folds the clothes actually puts them somewhere, and then what's the process of getting them into the drawer. Like I hate having laundry that I just folded on the floor, and then when I say bring down the laundry, I get the brand new shirts with the dirty stuff that I just folded. I'm like, that's ridiculous. It's a waste. It's wasteful. It doesn't respect my time that I put into it. And so again, find those pain points with the children to find out what's going to make them want to heed to those family rules about the laundry. And again, I charge $5 for any wet towel or towel on your bedroom floor. If it's not hung up where it needs to be, scored me $5. Okay. The other thing is my husband is a fanatic about socks. And we have, when the laundry's done, we have a drawer system, which you guys should have seen last week on Tip Tuesday, in our laundry room, where we just throw all the socks that we get out of the dryer. Once they're washed, they're dried, we throw them in the drawer. And then one of my sons actually takes the socks and matches them and puts them in everybody's room where they belong. My husband continues to lose socks. And I don't know if it's the washing machine or dryer eating them. I think what it is we have an adult son that comes over because he works close by, and sometimes he'll spend the night on long shifts, and I think he's stealing with a sweet spirit. He's taken his dad's socks, and then now we don't have many for my husband. They just disappear, and I think that's where they're disappearing to. So we've come up with a new system, and that's why I love organization. New systems always change based on how your family functions, or habits, or tendencies, and what's going on. So I have purchased this. It's like a garment bag, a lingerie bag. And you can get these at the dollar store. You can get them at the dollar store, but I'd go ahead and pay for Walmart like $5, $2. It's much better. It's going to last you longer. So every time my husband has socks that need to be washed, he is to take the socks and put them in here. So this has to stay really close to where he gets undressed, where he puts his dirty clothes. And at the end of the week, or whenever I do laundry, I'm taking this bag. Now, white socks would go in one bag. If you have black socks, we would have a second bag. Don't wash them together. It makes it dull and dingy clothing. So once we're done here, we're going to zip this up here, and he is going to put it in the dirty clothes, which is right by, it's in the bathroom. When I do laundry, I'm going to wash it I'm going to dry it, and then I'm going to take this out and either match them myself, give them to him, or somehow get him back into his drawer. Yes, like a sock sack. Absolutely, that would work, Stacy. It keeps the socks together. I want something quick. I want something easy. And something very easy. I don't like the clips that you have to clip the socks to keep them together. It's way too much work. So something like this would be really good. You can do this with baby socks. You know, baby socks to get lost in all the sheets and the laundries and all that, and you'll put your pants on, you find a sock, right? So you can do this with, and you can do this with everybody in a household if you want. But my husband is extremely picky with his socks, and we have just come up with a solution for him that's going to be implemented this week. So that is my tip for the socks. So again, get with your family and have a process where you can teach them where the laundry needs to go when they bring it down, when you ask for it. If you're having them pre-sorted, I never had my kids pre-sort the laundry because it was some might understand, but they didn't have enough slots to sort it the way I wanted. So I have them bring them down and I sort it. But getting the laundry down, getting it up off the floor on a normal basis, and then getting those laundries that are clean back to their room and back to their drawer is essential. So have like an hour training. You know, even show how you fold. You know, this is one of my dish towels. You know, show how you fold your dish towels. In my dish towel, we fold them like this and lay them down. Some people would be like this. Some people want to go in thirds. I mean, there's all different ways you can fold. A special towel fold, when in our household, because of the place they have to fit, the towels have to be folded an exact way. We roll some of our towels in some, and others we actually have to do in like thirds, and we're out folding this way, and then we want to bring in the open end, and then we bring in the other end, and we have a nice little area here. So our towels have to be folded a certain way. So who's ever doing your laundry, they need to know these things. So hopefully that will help you. But again, take an hour and train everybody all these things about getting the laundry done. Set the new rules and have consequences that are going to sting a little bit so they're motivated to help keep the household laundry under control. Well, that's it today for my tips. I really wanted to expand a little bit today because we did talk about the laundry room last week. So go back to last week and make sure you watch that. You'll get great ideas from that. And then hopefully you've gleaned some ideas about keeping your laundry under control today. Also, our giveaway, leave comments down below, or you can also share our post from any of our Tip Tuesdays the whole month of April. That means the past ones or the ones till the end of the month. And the more you share, the more you comment, the more you'll get entered into our drawing to win. What we're giving away this week is a really heavy duty canvas bag. It is it's almost like a beach bag. It's so big and so quality made. It's sort of a heavy material. It's sewn really well here. It is not a cheap quality at all, and we're giving this away. So we're going to announce the winner the first Tuesday in May. So if you want in on that, leave a comment down below and share our Tip Tuesdays, and you'll be able to be in that drawing, and we'll announce the winner the first Tip Tuesday in May. Guys, hope you guys are doing great. You need anything from me, have an idea that you want me to expand on in one of our Tips Tuesdays, again, leave a comment down below. We listen to all of it and read everything, and we'll be able to incorporate some of your guys' questions or comments into future Tip Tuesdays. Well, guys, I'm Lorraine Brock with Get Organized, helping you get your home, your business, and your life completely organized. I'll see you next week on Tip Tuesday. Bye-bye.